the one, the only, Ben Sion. Good afternoon, welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double as we continue with Beitzah, Perek Gimel, Mishnayos, Vav and Zayin. Talk about some technical nitty-gritty details about doing business on Yontav, because Yontav you're allowed to have Ochel Nefesh, you're allowed to shecht an animal, but the problem is doing Mekach or Memkar, business activities related to dividing up the animal. No one, is going to consume a whole animal by themselves. You divide it up by the kilo, by the pound. Are you allowed to do these things on Yontav? You can't go to the butcher and a bunch of families come and say, shecht the animal for us, and we'll pay you, such a dollars. You name an amount for half the animal or for a third of the animal, because you can't mention an amount of money. But if you made up a price before Yontav, then you already know the price. You didn't get involved in pricing it on Yontav. Rabbi Yehuda says, if you want to sell the meat, he shechts the animal, the butcher. He has all the animals, the butcher. He's shechting it for the people to sell it on Yontav, but he can't mention a price. But what about a weight, right? Normally, meat goes by the pound, or it goes by the kilo, right? Then here in Israel and Europe, it goes by the weight. So could he use a weight measure to figure out how much he weighs, and then afterwards you'll know how much you owe him based on his going rate for the kilo? So what do you want to do? Instead of using a weight, which you can't do, that's uvd in the chol, it looks like you're getting involved in weekday activities. You want to use a kli, and you'll weigh the kli afterwards, or the kofetz, you'll use a big butcher's knife, and you'll weigh it afterward. You'll see how much the weight was. So Yehuda says you could do that, because it's a shino. Chacham say it's uvd in the chol, no matter what, even if you use a different kli, even to touch it is a problem, because uvd in the chol is getting involved in business-like activity. Zayin ein mashchizin es hasakin b'yom tov. You're not allowed to sharpen a knife on Yom Tov. Now, sharpening a knife could be malacha d'oraisa. If you sharpen it to the point where shechita knife has to be pretty smooth. If it's not 100% smooth, it's possible for shechita. So it's called misakin mana. You're fixing it if you make it perfectly smooth. And if you do it the normal way, it's malacha d'oraisa. And even though ochel nefesh is mutter, machshirei ochel nefesh, we paskin is not allowed, because it's 2 steps away from the ochel nefesh. However, if you have 2 knives, you can straighten it on a different knife, because that's a shinoi. We allow you to do that. This is similar to the previous Mishnah. You can't say to a butcher, right, instead of saying in the previous Mishnah a price, or saying to him, measure me by the kilo, I want 2 kilos of meat or 1 kilo of meat. You say it a different way. You say, I have $100. Give me $100 worth of meat, right? Or $50 worth of meat. And he has a going rate for the meat. You also can't do that. But if you did it from Erev Yontav, then you could do that. So we see from Mishnah Vav and Zayin that you're not allowed to talk about money or measurements or anything which is basically calculating the price on Yontav. Now, why not? Why are you not allowed to do this? Is it uvd in the chol? Is it something else? Is there a difference between Shabbos and Yontav? I will tell you what I have to say about that. Coming up next.